everyone. Welcome to another Sunday Social. This one's going to be extra interesting. So we have the brand Treasure Studios artist with us, Eileen Seitz. And I have had the pleasure of being able to talk to this artist a few times now. And let me tell you, she's something special. She's like, I don't know how to explain it. She's very fun-filled and light. And I'm sure most of you have seen her work already. But I'm going to say hi to a couple people first. Excuse my crafty mess background. I'm sure all of you have a messy craft area in your house, right? That's not crazy. Eileen doesn't. Wait till you see her area. It's very, very clean and sparkly. Just wait till you see. Okay. So Robert, hello, Jill, Dawn, Diamond Queen 2020. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Queen Crafting. Let's see. TSA's in the house. Hey, Rachel. Oh my gosh, that's the TSA lady, but she's in, Treasure Studios Art's name, S&J, welcome. Hello, Mother Donna Tinker. That is my in real life mother. She made me in her belly, in her womb. My mother, Donna Tinker. Oh, who else we got? Just, hey, everyone. Amanda Stokes, my road trip buddy. Elizabeth, welcome. Mallory, welcome. Robin. So I'm going to just go ahead and bring Eileen in if she's ready. You ready back there, Eileen? Look at her. She's ready. Okay, here she comes. Hi, Eileen.
Hi, Ashley.
Hey.
Hi, everybody.
This is Eileen. This is Eileen over here. She's amazing. So we've seen some of her art, brand new releases from TSA, and I think I have some overlays to show you. So here's one of them, Mango House, Rebecca's favorite. Then here's another one here. Well, that's the same one. Still, her artwork is very bright and beautiful. So tell us, Eileen, what inspires your bright colors within your artwork?
The sunlight.
The sunlight.
Sunshine is what it's all about, because the sunshine illuminates the color of nature. It illuminates the color of shadows. It illuminates the colors in the sky. And because I've gravitated to the sunlight, I've moved to the tropical energies of this world. All around the globe is where I need to feel the most inspiration that I ever feel. Except when I go to Europe. That inspires me too.
Fair enough.
So it's sunlight. It's the sunlight more than anything.
Yeah, so I mean, I personally, some of your artwork is like unlike any other artwork that I've seen in diamond painting, with the vibrancy of each color. I would say it definitely sets yours apart, I think.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
and she does more than just paintings too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm into interior design in the sense of creating an environment for someone to move into their home so they can take the outside into their home and move with nature's harmonies.
Yes. And I actually didn't know that she did these rugs either. They're incredible. They're like huge rugs with her artwork on them. It like blew my mind when she showed me them. Like imagine those vibrant colors just on a beautiful rug. It's incredible.
Well, I have 200, I think, and 30 yarn colors to play with. But I want my rugs to be non-directional, whereas my paintings are directional. They bring you into a place where you want to escape into or you want to live into. Whereas my paintings are more like standing on a lily pad pan, a lily pad pond,
right.
Standing on the flowers and they're hugging you and their energy is coming in through your body. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. My mom says that I need to go to a tanning bed if I'm going to do an interview with you.
Well, that's what
Isn't that what you said? That's exactly what she said when we got on here.
Because I ride outside on my bicycle and I walk in the street and I'm in the, the sunshine.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing that I was going to ask you, like, other than painting, do you have?
Is what?
Other than painting, what other hobbies do you have, like when you're not painting?
I like to exercise outside. I like the beach. I like to swim. I like to walk. I like to ride my bicycle. I like to, do things with the body. I don't necessarily like machinery, so I don't go to gyms. I don't like to be contained inside. And then I like to read, and I like movies, and I like to talk to people, and what else? I like to dance.
Woo!
Everything that, is all about free spirit.
I've danced a couple times in my day. There's actually a video of me doing the hokey pokey on YouTube.
That was a long time ago when they came out with that dance.
But you like to go on your bike rides in the park too. Do you ever get inspiration like when you're out and about?
All the time.
Yeah.
Because I do different neighborhoods, and the trees and the plants are always growing and changing and moving. So I'm constantly photographing them so that I can incorporate them into my paintings, you see? Because it's like a palm tree might be growing that way one day, and then all of a sudden it's growing that way. So I have another extension of the scene for me to work with.
Fair enough.
Right? And then some flowers, like the hibiscus bushes or the gardenias, are not blooming yet, and the orchids are not blooming yet. They bloom through different seasons. So when they come out, that's when I get inspired and I have to work with them.
I love that. So you do like the oil painting stuff, right? Like, do you start out like with a sketch and then you kind of build from there?
Well, I'm not an artist that does sketches and, does a multiplicity of sketches on a piece of paper. I just sit down and draw one time. And I get it all out on the canvas or the paper. And then I work with the paint. And if I'm doing my oils, it takes a lot of time to do them because I have to do layers upon layers. And they don't dry like the watercolors do, right? So right. I have to wait a day, then I have to go back in, then I have to do my detail because I'm really into detail. God is in all the detail. When you look out into a garden, it's not just a leaf. It's not just a coconut tree. It's the bands of the root of the growing system around the coconut. If you put your hand on it, you can feel all the ridges. Those are the things that I like to capture in my paintings so people take notice of the beauty of creator.
So most of your paintings, you think, are inspired by things that you have actually seen and witnessed, right?
Yeah, all my paintings come from my experiences and my travels. I don't do anything from my mind unless it's a textile design, but that just comes from flow too. I might see these flowers and that, and then I'll just lay them out in a certain way that feels right. But if it's going to be, and that's one directional, right? I mean, non-directional, because you can turn the rug around in various directions and it still works. But if I'm doing a painting with a horizon line, I want to make sure that whoever's looking at it knows what they're seeing and understands it. I want clear communication.
I think that you portray that perfectly in your paintings. Like the saddest, most emotionally traumatized person could walk by your painting and still they have to smile. That's what I think anyway.
That's exactly what the intention is, because the way I feel to lay out my colors helps the moods in people to open up. They might have been hiding some deep feelings of love or joy that have been suppressed, and they weren't told that they were allowed to have those feelings. And then when they see my work, they just start singing inside and it shifts them.
I sang a couple songs. Yeah. I did. I sang like 3. Like, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. That's like the first one.
That's great. You see, they're talking to you. The spirit of the painting is talking to you. That's really important.
So do you name all of the paintings that you paint?
Yeah, but I don't know the names until they're done, and then Spirit gives them.
That's beautiful. So this one behind you, where you are actually in a place like this with the beach and everything?
No, but this tree with the giant philodendrons growing up it was there. And the gingers was in a different yard. Right?
Oh, so you like compiled it.
Yeah. So, and then this bench here, or is it this bench? Can you see that? This metal bench?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that metal bench is a black metal bench in my backyard. And these orchids are on my tree. And these frangipanis are in my tree. So I just move through the spirit of the painting, and then, God tells me what they want where. and then I put it all together.
That's amazing. So you take little
But I never
pieces
know
of
what's
experiences and put them into one painting.
Yeah, exactly. And like this one's I like this one a lot. This one is called Fantasia.
Ooh.
It's the angelfish, and then the blue tang, and the wrasse, and the corals, and then those are clownfish.
It's Nemo.
Nemo.
You did a painting with Nemo. They found him.
Yeah, and this one is like my backyard. That's my furniture in my backyard. See, and there's
the bench.
There's a bee right there.
Oh, we lost you.
And really? Did I do that?
I didn't do it.
Here we go. Here we go. And we have a lot of peacocks where I live. So I incorporated the peacocks in the painting.
That would be a beautiful diamond painting.
This one, you
I have to say.
Yeah, that would be very detail oriented, huh?
Yeah, and one thing that Rachel from TSA is very good about is making sure the size and everything incorporates all the details of your paintings, which especially for yours with all those little things like little peacocks and the tiny little flowers, that's really important. And she even said it was so hard to choose only 5 from your collection.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, there's a lot to choose from because I'm constantly creating. I'm always creating something, Yeah, I have one on my table that I'm in the process of drawing out now.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Robert just gave us a super chat. That's extra money. Woohoo!
Woohoo, Robert. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. So a lot of people, when we mentioned the rugs, they're freaking out about your rugs. Do you want to take us on like a little tour of your studio?
Sure.
Wait until you guys see this. Oh my gosh!
And
this was incredible. Look at all the flowers on your pants. Oh my gosh. I just love your style.
Yeah, I made this outfit.
You made that outfit?
Yeah, I make my
Oh my gosh! Are you going to do a dance?
Okay, so I have to turn the camera around.
Okay. This studio is something else, you guys. Like whenever I get to build my own craft room, it's going to look similar. I'm determined.
Okay, so this is what I want to show you guys. They call these palms. They're yarn, see? And I have all these colors. And then I have all these colors. And then these are all the grays and browns and tans. So these are all the greens. And then these are all the reds and oranges and yellows. And then I needed more colors, so they made these for me, my pastels.
And these palms are what you use in the rugs, right?
Yeah, the rugs are wool. So right now I just finished doing a design and I use these colors. Where is it? What did I do?
Technology, guys.
These are 12 yarns for a client who picked one of my designs, but she's got these colors in her house, so I had to redo it for her. She hasn't approved it yet, but we're working on it.
Those are really pretty.
Yeah, that's a better rendition. Okay, so now this is one of my rugs. This is 24.
Hey, Eileen, can you tilt your camera or your tablet sideways?
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. This is a 20. This is a 2 foot, 24 inches wide. Yeah, by 48 inches long. It's like a 2x4. And it's pretty thick.
Oh my gosh, there's signatures on it. Look at that.
Yeah, I have to have my name on it because
I didn't notice that earlier.
And these are carved.
That is incredible.
And here around the raspberry hibiscus flower. Right? It's
I
carved.
really need one of those bad.
And they're really, 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 really good qualities. I had some girl come and she says, when you go like this, when you pinch it, you don't even see the matting in the back, which is really cool. So then this
So
is
real
the rug
quick,
in my
Hollow Queen
house.
asked if you have a shop for these, and she does. She has a website, and I did link that in the description. So you can purchase the rugs from her website. But if you want to purchase one of the diamond paintings, you go to Treasure Studios Arts, and that's also in the description.
Yeah, on my website you can see rugs, wool rugs. They're called wool rugs. They're 100% New Zealand wool rugs. So this was my first rug. I just had my couch reupholstered so that it would.
Oh, show the pillows.
Oh yeah, so this is my hand painted fabrics. This is on rayon, but this soon is going to be history because I can't make those fabrics anymore.
I love those pillows.
Oops. They're really pretty. They came out really nice.
Those are like my faves.
Thank you. So this rug here is a 6x9, and it works really good.
Yeah, it's a monster rug. It's so pretty.
Well, I would love to do a rug for a casino. That would be really great.
Ooh, I bet those flowers would bring good luck too.
Oh, okay. So now these are, the way it works is I do a design for somebody, and then they take a section of the design. It could be a 5x7 rug. It could be a 4x6. It could be an 8x10. But we find an area that covers all the yarns that I pick for somebody. So this is just a section. This is 18 by 18 inches. And the reason why we make these is then it's sent to the client.
That one though, oh my gosh.
Well, this is another hibiscus flower like the other one. This is one I just finished for a client. It's an 8x10. It's got hibiscus, anthuriums, orchids on it. It's really pretty. There's another one. This is a section of the big 24 by 48 I showed you, that long runner.
That's just stunning.
But they're really nice.
Like
they're thick. Yeah, they're thick and they really feel good to lay on. They're not synthetic. They're wool. There's a yellow hibiscus. So if somebody has an idea and they want to share it with me, I can design a rug for them. And it takes about 2 weeks to get a sample, and then another 4 to 5 weeks. And these were years ago. They made, I could get my samples 27 by 27. That's what this is. And here's another one I did with lotus flowers. So you see all the different colors.
Oh, that one. That one's really pretty. Yes.
This is the same design in my house, but I just changed the colors, you see?
Wow. You are so talented, Eileen.
Thank you. See, and here's another one with pink gingers with the purple. Here's another hibiscus. I had a lady, she came to my house and she said, I love your rug, but I want the walls to match. I mean, the hibiscus, you see those? That's more like a carnelian rose. And then this one is like raspberry, because that was the color of her walls.
That's beautiful.
And I changed the yellow. See, the yellow here is more like saffron. And her yellow, she wanted buttercup yellow. And then this one is another good one. They had in their home, their couches were the color of army green. So I had to work with a green that worked with that. So these are samples of rugs I've done. And I'm always coming up with a new idea for somebody if they're interested.
So Mystery wants to know, have you ever done a rug with an underwater theme?
I have a man now. He works on houses and he wants me to do an underwater theme for him. And I said, I can do that. So
Mystery, she has one coming.
Maybe, yeah. I have to get in touch with him again because he's he's a fisherman, you know, but he wants something of the reef.
That would be a really cool rug. It'd be like you're walking on the fish.
Yeah, that would be cool. It's just a matter, I have to find out what size he wants, you know?
Yeah.
So these are some of my prints that I have in my house. This one's
Wow,
called
that's so pretty.
That one's called Butterfly Beach. This one is called A Walk on the Park. I mean, A Walk on the Beach with flamingos there and the orchids. And then this one is called Shacks in the Sun.
Shacks in the sun.
Yeah. They're really like 3 little buildings, but they're all friends. They all talk to each other. You see? They're like that. Their energy is really alive. In the Caribbean, houses always move and they're alive. They have so much character. They're not brick or concrete. They're wood. But they're slowly going away.
Diamond 2020 wants to know if you've ever painted anything with shells in it.
Seashells? I did a rug design out of seashells, but I never manifested it. But I have one for sale, you know, that I could make. It's really beautiful. It's got about 4 different shades of blues and tans and beiges. And it was designed for a woman who wanted an oval rug, but I made it with a border that's horizontal, you know, like a horizontal rug. So if she's interested, I could email it to her so she could see. But it's all shells. It's all seashells.
So, and your email too is on your website as well if she did want to contact you, right?
Yes, Eileen at EileenSeitz.com. Yeah. See, this is the design that I painted to do my rug.
Ooh.
There's the one. And then I translated into the rug. Pretty cool, huh?
That is stunning. Shawnee wants to know if you have any samples of your tile work in your studios. Someone's been checking out your website.
I do. I'll show you what it looks like. The tile is, you have to tell me the picture you want, and then here's, oh, I have to turn this around again. Wait. No, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Where did it go? There it is. This is a little tile. This was a sample of what was, oh, I got the wrong, this iPad. This was a sample of the artwork called Under the Golden Coconut. So, what's her name, Shawnee?
Is this part of the ones that you put together?
Yes. So if the person told me which image, then I could tell the person what size they could have. And it might be 8 tiles, it might be 12 tiles, it might be 16 tiles. So the best way to do that is you got to actually tell me the image. And here's another one. This one's called, this is a part of Life Amongst the Orchids.
Oh my gosh, I love that one. And we saw on her website, she has a picture of somebody who took these tiles. So there's like, what, 12 or 16 or something, different ones. And they like come together to make the painting, the picture. And they have them like in between the stove and the fan. It's awesome.
Yeah, so what they do is they print them all out on the tiles, and then they number the back so you know, this one's not, but they number the back and then you know what order they're made in. Okay? That's how it works. So somebody wants to know, Inner Peace wants to know, I would like to know how you first realized you were destined to become a world-class artist. I didn't know any of that. All I knew when I was 8 years old that I loved to do my artwork. And my mom, she was astute enough to see that I was very content to be quiet and I could work on my own. And she started sending me to art class. And when I was 13, I did an oil painting and then I entered it. I grew up in New York City. I did this oil painting and that was it when I was 13, and I won first place on the street show. It's called Red Barn in the Snow. It's an oil painting. So.
And you were 13?
Yeah. So my fourth grade teacher told my mom that your daughter understands composition. So my mom, because she came from a creative, creative family, so to speak, she was very much into supporting the arts, and she saw it made me happy. So she gave me materials, and she saw that I could be by myself and create and do that. So when I went to art school, then I went to high school, and my teacher, he saw immediately that I had an ability to draw. And he started giving me a lot of attention, and then started publishing my drawings in the high school magazines. And then I went to Pratt and I tried out, and they let me in. And I had been going to Saturday morning art class there for a whole year, and I just loved it. I loved everything about it. I loved the smells, the studios, the painting, everything was just right up my heart. I was home. So
I really like the smell of paint too.
yeah, but it's not the best thing. It's really the turpentine. I stay away from that. So now I do my oils outside. So what was her name? Let me go back.
Inner Peace Unlimited?
Yeah, I have to go back. How do I go back to that? Okay, close. So Inner Peace. I just knew that I had to follow this path, and every time I stepped forward and did my artwork, people responded. So when I'm what you call a warrior in many ways. I'm not a excitable person, and I don't fight and I don't argue. I just allow everything to be the way it is, and I move through life. But I'm very connected to spirituality. God's within me, and God guides me and talks to me. So I knew I had to leave New York City because I had an insight. I had a trip that took me to the Virgin Islands. And once I saw the colors in the Virgin Islands, I said, this is where I belong. This is where I belong. I have to leave here. I have to live here. So I went back to school, and then I left, and I wound up traveling my life. After that, when I was 18, I started traveling. I moved to Key West. I hitchhiked through Central America, and I didn't take my camera. All I took was a little black book, and I just drew and drew and drew and drew everything I saw, everything that moved my heart. I just sat and I draw, and I drew and I sat and I draw. And then when I moved back to Key West, I met this woman. She was an artist, and some musician friends of mine told me that I should meet her, and I took a class with her. Now, I'd been to Pratt 3 years, and I didn't learn as much as I learned with her right there in 2 classes. And what I'm meaning is that she taught me to lay out my colors on a palette in a circle. And as soon as I did that, it hit. I just got it. So I started learning about oppositions and mixing colors. And then as I played with the color mixation, I started feeling the resonance and the vibration and the purity of certain color formations. And as I started doing that, my energy started getting more, more clear. And this is what people resonate with my art. It's like music. I'm painting music, but I do it through color. And some people hear it, and some people feel it, and some people want to be around it, and some people want more of it because they don't know why, but they're tapping into their own inner knowingness about harmony. So my artwork really is revealing to people, their own inner beauty, right?
Oh, well, that's beautiful.
So as far as
Rachel says that there's a customer that actually built a house from your painting.
Yeah. Wait. So I knew that I had to get out to the public. So I remember I was doing paintings, and nobody knew who I was, and I was living in Costa Rica, and I came back to the city. Spirit said, it's time to go back to the world and let people know who you are. So I came to Coconut Grove, where I live, and I was doing my paintings in the back room, and I was developing the photographs. And this guy I know walked in, and he said, what do you got? And I showed him, and he said, oh, can I buy one of your photographs? And I went, okay. He goes, how much? I said, $1. So that was the beginning of me making my card company, you see. So little by little, the public has shown me where to go.
That's amazing.
I never studied business. I didn't study anything. I just paid attention, and I looked at the area of how galleries would price things, and I would look at the best materials. And I always want to do a thing of quality, because then people come back and they want more. I'm not here to make money. That was never my purpose on this planet. This was never my intention. But because I stayed true to my heart and my soul, and I've never sold myself out, I just keep getting blessed with more and more inspiration and more company and clients that have become friends. You know, it's really all about love, whichever way you want to share it. And I do it graciously and gratefully through my painting ability.
That's amazing. You have such a good soul.
Little by
Love
little, thank you. So little by little, the word, you know, I do art shows. I get out in art shows, because I even tried advertising in magazines over the years, where I would put my work into, you know, $1,200 ads in a magazine trying to get to the galleries. And then I had to go, they call them trade shows back then. They don't do them anymore. And I would have a big booth, a 10-foot by 10-foot booth, and I would put my posters up there, because, see, when I came back from living in Jamaica for 10 months, working in hotels, doing paintings in hotels, they said, we have 300 rooms. And I said, I can't live here for a couple of years. I'm tired of it. I lived in Jamaica for 10 months. It was like, I'm feasting all the time on Mother Nature, feasting constantly, the trees, the jungle, the fruit, the waterfalls, all of that was just like absorbing. Remember, I came from a concrete jungle, and God put me in a green jungle so I could understand the balance of this planet. So I come back to the Grove, and somebody says, we have 300 rooms. And Spirit said, no, show them pictures. So I showed them pictures of the paintings, and they picked 4. And that was the beginning of my publishing company. So see, every step of the way, if you pay attention and you live in the now, everything opens up for you. But you have to know why you're doing what you're doing.
Fair enough.
So little by little, artwork has been spreading around the planet. And hopefully, yes, I know it will, I'll just keep evolving as an artist, and I'll be, you know, guiding people and helping people. But the first thing I have to always say to somebody, they say, well, how do you sell your work? And I said, no, the work sells itself. So if you're painting or creating jewelry or whatever the case may be, and somebody comes up and says, oh my God, I love that, I want to buy it, then you know you have something special that everybody else might be attracted to. And if you don't get any hits, and you don't get any attraction, and you don't get any interest, then you could do it for yourself, but I wouldn't bank on it for supporting it down the road.
Right. That's fair.
So did that help?
Did that help? I think so.
Tell the story about the house and the customer actually built. Okay, so in 1994, I was, at the time we were doing construction on a piece of land we had here in the Grove. We were remodeling a house, and we were putting on a metal roof. And I got inspired, and I did my idea of a metal roof painting. But first, really what it was a watercolor. And from my balcony porch, the sunset was going. I did this beautiful sunset sky. It was beautiful pinks and periwinkle soft colors. And I put it away in my flat file. Well, years later, I pull it out, and I said, oh, I'm going to use this. So I started drawing Sophia's Rest on it. And then a man contacted me, and I knew it was a winner because when I brought it to art shows, I didn't even get it to the art show. I had a lady who saw it and came down to my house and bought it right out of my hand, you know, while it was at the framer. So I said, I have to publish this. So I published it into a poster, and I started selling it, and I saw that everybody wanted to live there. And then finally one day a man says, can I build it? And I said, yeah, sure, you can build it. He goes, okay, I'm going to send you blueprints. And he was a developer in the Keys. So he sent me blueprints. And like, you know, 2 months later, he says, okay, I'm building it. And then he would keep sending me updated photographs. And then finally, when it was constructed, when it was finished constructed, he says, hey, you want to come down and sign the wall of Sophia's Rest? And I went, okay. So I brought one of my girlfriends with me, and we went down there, and I said, Lauren, pinch me, I'm standing in my painting. So I didn't sleep in the main house. We slept in the bungalow, which is on the right side of the painting. Why don't you show a picture of it?
Is it the
anyway,
pink house?
And there was a boat there. No, it's on my website. You know, it says Life Imitates Art. So anyway,
Okay,
there's a boat there. wait, there's a wooden boat there. And he says, can you put the name on the boat? And I went, yeah. So I got my paints and I wrote Sophia's Rest, and I'm standing in front of it. So I said to him after it was all done, I said, Wayne, I'm going to get this into the Herald. When I go home, I'm going to call the Herald and tell them. And I did. I called the Miami Herald and I said, hi, I'm an artist and I just think you need to know about this experience. And it would be a great article for your newspaper to write about. So they heard my spiel and then they came and interviewed me and then they put it in the Miami Herald. And we called it Life Imitates Art.
Oh, that's the one it is. I think I know which one it is. Hold on, I'm trying to find it on your website here. Life Imitates Art. That's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to download it real quick so I can do it as an overlay on the screen.
Yeah, the property is on the Exumas, and it's a two-story house, and it's all wooden with outdoor porches and all. And he painted it pink and periwinkle and yellow. And he goes, what color should I paint the garage? And I said, you need it to make it turquoise and yellow, because the bungalow that I slept in, the guest house, was a pretty turquoise with some other colors. And it literally was on the reef. It was like they brought sand in and covered the reef. And then as time moved on, they planted hibiscus bushes there and other kinds of plants. And a couple of years ago, he wound up selling the property to a woman from Boston.
That's amazing. Yeah. So you got to be involved in like the color choice and stuff, right?
No, he followed my painting.
Yeah.
He followed the colors I paint. See, I paint colors that are in the harmonic range. Harmonies.
Here's the one.
Yeah. So the house on the right.
You stayed in that one house on the right there, huh?
Yeah, but in truth, when I was in Grand Cayman having a one-woman show, there was a house that was shaped like that. So I incorporated it into this watercolor, you see, and that's my bicycle back there with the basket. And those boats are from the islands, other islands. So I create, my paintings are environmental places that people want to move into. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. That is so cool. What a story. That is amazing.
And the mango house that's behind on the screen there, that one, I was down in Tobago. Well, that's Sophia's Rest, but on the diamond painting, the mango house.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. So I went to Trinidad and I spent, a couple of days there, and I wasn't so inspired. So I said, I want to go to Tobago. And Tobago is more like Jamaica and like Kauai, where it's really the Garden of Eden. And they gave me a connection with a friend, and I stayed on their property, and I had a little cottage there. And in the morning, I woke up because the roosters were eating under the mango tree. Okay, so I went, ooh, here it is. Here's part of my painting. So that was the right section. And then I come home, and the peacocks in Coconut Grove and the sailboat on the horizon is a friend of mine who lives up in Massachusetts. And he sent me some photographs, so I incorporated his sailboat into the painting. And then the house, I needed my house, so I drew that house for me. I said, I want a little bungalow somewhere by the ocean, so I created that house. And there's a hammock on the left-hand side on the porch, just the perfect place under the banana trees.
Oh, yep, I see that.
These paintings are 36.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks that bought that diamond painting.
Yeah, it's really fresh and it's fun. And it's the original oil paintings, 36 by 54.
Odd But Nice wants to know if you own dogs.
No, I came into this world owning nothing. I love all animals and all life, but my responsibility is to be a free spirit and be creative. Be able to just get up and go where I gotta go when I gotta go. So I can't have any routine and I can't have any schedule. I feel really in prison that way.
Fair enough. I feel that way too, but then I accidentally ended up with 5 cats. It wasn't my fault, though. It wasn't. They were outside, and I had to save them.
Of course, it was your fault. It's
It
all your
wasn't.
fault. You
I didn't make
accepted
them
it.
so cute. I didn't make them that cute and helpless. It wasn't.
You accepted them into your life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is no fault. There's no fault.
I just love them to death, though, but they're a lot of work, and they knock stuff over all the time. What if they knock something on your paintings?
When I was growing up, my sister brought home a cat, and Guinevere would come into my bedroom there where I had, on the floor, I had pallets. That was my drawing table back when I was in high school. Pallets, wooden pallets, and I'd put them there, and she'd come right in and just like spread herself all over my drawing paper. And I went, what is this? How can I do my work? So I had my experiences. I've tried it
okay,
all.
when you get a kitten in the mail, don't blame me.
No, I've tried it all.
Fine. So someone wants to know, has your artwork been featured in any other mediums such as film or TV?
What was the first one besides TV?
And like films, like movies?
Yes. Out of Time with Denzel Washington. Then Marley and Me with Meg Ryan. I sent you that picture today. Mm-hmm. If you go into my biography, you can see the history going back. Murder, She Wrote, was that with Jessica? Remember those days, Murder, She Wrote? There's a lot of them back there in the 80s. So I started publishing my prints in 1986, and they were going into television shows all the time. And I see them on a lot of movies, even one with Moon Over Miami with Jessica Parker. I saw that going there. It's a hotel in Las Vegas.
Oh my gosh.
I saw, there's my piece up on the wall. Things like that.
I'm gonna upload these pictures that you sent me of your paintings and films. Okay. Now, I want to know how many of us are gonna go rewatch all these movies and then point out, I know the artist who did that.
Yeah.
Okay, here is Out of Time.
Right. There's that one's called Simple Living on the wall, and then opposite it, there's Shalimar in the Shade. But I couldn't grab it fast enough, yeah.
That is so cool. And then here is Marley and Me.
That poster is called Underwater Majesty with what's her name?
Her, Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston. There's another one with this is in the 80s. There's a scene with Meg Ryan and oh my God, he's so freaking young. He's like 27 years old. It's the brothers. There's like 5 brothers, and they're all actors. And
that's so cool.
I always forget his name because it's very unusual. But that's on my website too. And he's standing there in front of a watercolor. Plantation Inn Hotel commissioned me to do 16 original watercolors. And then I went to Couples Resort up the hill, and I did a whole bunch of oil paintings and watercolors for them. That was back in 1980.
That's amazing. So now we're all going to go rewatch those movies. I'm going to go find Marley and Me. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix, and point out that painting. Like, I know her. So Valerie wants to know, do you have any advice for children with artistic abilities for us parents to help them along the way?
Yeah, definitely. Because I started when I was 8 years old. So I would, when they have artistic abilities, what do they like to do? Do they like to draw? Do they like to paint? I would just see how long they sit there, and how old is your daughter, Valerie, or son? How old are they?
I should know that she's one of my best friends.
Can she answer me? Valerie, can you answer me? How old is your daughter or son?
She'll answer you, but if there's a little bit of a delay from when we're talking and what they're hearing, so she'll answer in a minute.
I had an 8-year-old little girl, and she came and had 4 classes with me. And what I noticed right away is that I teach people how to see and draw. And I want to see what their quality is, because you don't want to give them if it's a 4-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, they're still learning. They're still hearing colors and music from within themselves. But when they turn 7, somebody told me once that the molars start coming down, so you start grounding into the body.
Yeah.
Right? So if that happens, then you can start directing them a little bit more with making it more, instead of just coloring books, give them paper, give them drawing paper, and give them brushes, give them watercolors. Even a tray of watercolors would be okay to start with, until they can start learning how to draw. Don't go into oils or acrylics until at least they're over 12 or 13 years old. That's what I would say.
She says that she mainly draws extremely real portraits, and she's 14. She is scary good.
No, she's blessed, and she's got a gift. And does she draw it with pencil? And on what kind of paper? 90-pound, 60-pound drawing paper?
90-pound paper? That's really heavy.
No, it's not. I paint. It's very thin. 90-pound watercolor paper buckles. I paint on 140 pound. 300 pound is thick, like a board.
Well, I weigh like 200 pounds. So.
What kind of paper?
I'm just saying. She does a lot of black and white portraits.
Okay. Well, just keep giving. Have her work with ink. Have her work with markers. Have her work with just. If she wants to do that. There was a teenage girl who came to see me one time. She was trying out for there's a art school in Miami. It's very important for the development. And her high school teacher told her that she had no talent. So I said, well, let me see your book. She had a book, thick black book with drawings in it. And she showed me the book. And I said, I looked at everything, and she had incredible composition, and she had great ability to draw. Mm-hmm. And the variety, I mean, some things were washed with pen and ink, some things were thick, some things were fine. And I said to her, your book is great, but you're missing something. You know what you're missing? Color. You have no color. So I said, I'm going to teach you color. So I took her out in the yard. So I would suggest to you, Valerie, that if you could give your daughter some, a watercolor assortment, like get a tray that has red, orange, yellow, a raspberry, like a pink raspberry, because you just don't want red, fire orange, and then orange, and then yellow, and then yellow. You want to have that pink. And then in there, the tray should also be a cobalt blue, an ultramarine blue, a turquoise, and then she can start learning how to mix the blues with the yellows and get the greens. And she can take the reds and mix it with the greens and get the browns. And then if she starts drawing on watercolor paper, not 90-pound, but 140-pound, and does washes with the watercolor, I mean, that would be outrageous.
Woo. And Mistria says she has 2 kids who are adults now, and they have artistic abilities. How can I, as a parent, help them to realize their dreams of living off their art?
Just encourage them and okay, they're already grown up. Well, are they using good materials? The whole thing is materials will either break you or make you.
Yeah, good point.
I learned that when I was 21. So if you use junky materials, you're never going to get any kind of real expression. So they have to do the expression. And then once they get a portfolio of a variety of things, then they have to, I don't know so much about galleries. There's more things about galleries online. And depending on where you are, they have to just try to get exposure, whatever way that is. They have to share their work. They can't keep it in a closet. They can't have an ego around it. They can't hold on to it, because art comes through us as a gift from God. It's God talking through us. So if they're really talented, they have to, sometimes museums have art classes. Museums, they give art classes. Mm-hmm. I would say enroll them in some of these art classes. But they also have to understand color mixing.
Mm-hmm. And you got your first exposure in a competition, didn't you?
I'd say that what? Yes.
You got your first exposure like in a competition that you won when you were 13?
Yeah, I entered a street festival in the city, in Manhattan, where I lived, and it was a clothesline literally like clotheslines on the fences, and I just put up a few pieces, and they said, "Oh, this is really good. We'll give you first place in oil."
Mm-hmm.
So it's about exposure, that you have to get your work seen. And depending on the state that you're in, you could go try some galleries, see if there's local art festivals, see if there's craft shows, have your kids, bring their stuff there, but not just paper. Make sure they mat it and they frame it. Make it,
Yes.
have the kids understand that presentation is really key. Because if they go there with the idea that they're going to sell something, they want the person who's there who wants it to be able to take it home and just frame it, or it's already framed.
Yeah. Isn't there like a website like 9 West or something like that, or 9 something?
The shoe store.
Yeah, where you can you can get exposure there as well online. But I mean, craft shows are incredible. I love craft shows. We go to like all of them.
Yeah, crafts. They do arts and craft shows, and then they do fine art shows, and you have to apply. But sometimes those shows require that you have a tent. A tent.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you rent a tent. There were companies that rent tents, so you could rent a tent. And then you have to have racks, but you can rent all that. You have to have money to invest in yourself to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like she says, she wants her kids to know that they're talented, but do the kids believe it? Do the kids have a heart song that's like, I want to do this. This is all I want to do. Your soul has to be connected to the talent. If your soul is not connected to it, then it's just a hobby. I've never been a hobbyist. It's true. I have to do this. This is who I am.
Yeah. And someone wants to know, has your work been commissioned for already existing buildings?
Oh, yeah. Since the 80s. I was doing hotel projects in the Caribbean for years. Peter Island Resort, I did 2 6 by 10 foot oil paintings. Then I did the Rock Resorts, big oil paintings for that. Couples Resort, I did those. Caribbean stuff more than anything. In Florida, I got commissioned by banks. I did a triptych for a bank in Coconut Grove. I did 3 oil paintings in a row. Recently, I've been doing paintings. I call them my paintings for me. And then I sell them. People come to my gallery, my studio, and then they buy them off the wall. And now I'm talking to a client who just commissioned me to do an 8 by 10 foot rug. And he has a wall, and we were talking about me doing an oil that's 30 inches tall by 54 inches wide.
Oh my gosh.
And this is a canvas I'm working on now. I haven't finished it because it's too hot in Florida, so I can't paint outside. That's the problem. I have to wait until it gets cooler. Can I see that?
No.
Wait, which way am I looking? Can you see this?
No. Oh, we're getting there. Oh, look at that.
Wait. I have I have to put it in the kitchen. I'm in my kitchen. Okay. You see that?
Yes, that is really pretty. Are those little footprints?
Yeah. I'm working on it, but I haven't been able to paint on this since.
Point it down just a little. Yes, look at those little footprints.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get to it because it's just too hot. We're in October, so I haven't painted on this since March. It's been too hot. Oh, May. The last time I worked on it.
What's not done about it? It looks done to me.
No, it's got a lot of work. This is a giclée on canvas. This is a giclée print on canvas. Yeah. This is another watercolor I have.
Wow. Behind the bed.
Okay, I'm going to change direction over here now. I'm going to sit over here. And I can see my other wall.
Oh, maybe I took it out there in the living room to show your mom. I don't know. So we wanted to show you what we painted and tell us what you think about our colors.
What am I looking at?
So Kerwin and I painted these. Do you see them?
Okay, hold on. Yeah, but I'm seeing me more than them. So how do I change me away?
Oh, hold on. Let me swap. So we painted these at like a paint the town kind of place.
That's nice.
So like I painted one of these. Whatever one's more girly. I think it was this one I painted. And he painted
that
the
one's
other
more feminine.
Yeah. Whichever one's more girly.
So you're dealing with all the colors on the first 3 chakras and then the black.
Isn't that cool? And we like loaded the tree trunk with glitter too.
Very cool. See, that's craftsy and painting. So those are, is that on canvas?
Yeah. Yep.
And they're acrylic?
Acrylic, yes. Hold on, there's more.
Oh, look at those colors.
So then this one is what I tried to do color mixing the best as I could, but I couldn't get them out like you did with the shadows, but I tried with the purples into the blues.
No, you did great. You did great. And you know
this
what?
One is my elf.
Oh, that's so cute. Look at that. I love him.
This one, there's only 2 more. This one is one of my favorites I did, only because I tried to do color mixing for the grass.
Yeah.
You know? And then this one is Robert's favorite in the chat, I'm sure. This is Darth Vader. Well, half of Darth Vader.
I'm kind of lost with. Oh, I see it now. I see the hat, the helmet.
Yeah.
That one's gonna go back on the wall.
Oh, Kerwin says that one has to go back up on the wall.
He likes that one.
Yes.
The other ones go on the wall, but this one goes on the wall.
Kerwin has a man cave that Darth Vader sits in.
Well, whatever makes him happy, right?
That's what I say. Except for he keeps bringing home these random Star Wars toys, and I don't know what to do with them all.
Oh, there's a lot of people that like Star Wars.
Oh, I mentioned Star Wars, and Robert gave us another $5.
Sorry, Robert, I don't paint Star Wars stuff.
Eileen doesn't do Star Wars stuff, but I showed it, so that counts. So you said you teach people though how to paint. Are you ever gonna like host like online classes or something people can go to, like Valerie's kids or Mistria's kids that maybe they could sit in on or something?
I have to research that more, but I think that would be okay. I just have to figure out how to make that happen because I would want to see who I'm working with.
Well, if you ever need help with that, I could help you because I know exactly how we could do it through Zoom. Have you ever done a Zoom meeting?
Yes, I have done.
Where we could all, that would be cool. Oh, yeah, thank you, the principal painter. She gave us $10. Woohoo!
I would love to work with people and help them express their inner voice through color and line and form. Because color, line, and form is a reflection of your inner voice. You know, nobody can speak for you. And when you reveal it through your hand, right? Be still and know that I'm God through your hand. Mm-hmm. You're going to see your feelings come out. And if you find that you're making mud, I can help you how to make not mud.
That's amazing. I think especially now when people are stuck at home with everything going on in our world, it'd be a perfect outlet to show like some expression. But like for me, when I did those paintings, I don't have the knowledge of the lines and the color mixing. That just came out of my head, you know, like randomly. Right. And I did the best I could, but gosh, having the background knowledge, that'd be awesome.
No, but see, the other thing too, Ashley, is that if you need to have the right paints. When I was teaching that young boy, I said, show me your colors. Well, all he had was yellow ochre, and then he had yellow, and then he had orange, and then he had a pukey green, and then he had tan, and then he had brown. I said, well, where's your blues? You have no blue, and you have no reds. So I made him go to the store and buy certain colors. But what I would do in a class, is I would tell everybody to buy a pink and a red. I would tell them to buy 2 yellows. I would tell them to buy 3 blues, and then a turquoise. And then I would tell them, because everybody sees color differently than I do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I could tell them, like when I was on the cruise ship teaching art, they gave everybody trays, 7 colors on the top and 7 colors underneath. And with those colors, it was a double palette. So it was all the warm colors and then all the cool colors. And on the bottom was all the grays and browns. And I said, we're not doing anything with the grays and the browns and the blacks on the bottom. Forget about it. Don't touch those. So I made them, the first class we did, everybody drew a chart, a color chart. And they went crazy. And it was so fascinating to watch how everybody painted, because some people filled in the little box completely. Other people just did like a brush stroke through it. And it was consistent in the 36 boxes. So you could do it with 6 colors, you could do it with 12 colors, you could do it with as many colors. I would show the person how to make the grid. And then they can use that as a teaching guide down the road after we got through the first class.
That would be so cool. I would come.
Okay, who wants to come? Make a list.
Raise your hand. Who would go to Eileen's virtual art class?
Sign up. We'll sign up, and then we'll schedule a time.
We should.
But it would have to be on a Sunday afternoon, because that's.
And Tia wants to know, do you work with perspective a lot in your creations? I don't know what that means. Perspective.
Yeah.
Do you work with perspective?
All my pieces have perspective. All my pieces have perspective. I mean, look. Am I holding it right? There's a foreground and there's a background, right? There's a foreground and there's a background, right?
Yeah.
You know, here. These are my jigsaw puzzles. This is a foreground and a background.
Oh yeah, we didn't show the jigsaw puzzles.
Yeah, so I also have jigsaw puzzles. So this is my Sailing in Paradise. There's 550 pieces here. See, there's a forward. Perspective is really important, because if you do something that's just 2-dimensional, it's flat, and that's okay. But that's really more like design. That's not perspective, right? That's not perspective. That is design, 2-dimensional. But here, let me see if I can turn this around. Okay, like this one, this watercolor. It's a big watercolor.
Ooh, I liked those flowers.
Those are orchids on the left.
I like those. Oh, you're gone.
I'm here.
There you are. Oh, those are so purple's my thing. If you haven't noticed,
No,
those
I
are
didn't
so.
notice. Yeah, these are. I think they're called Vandas. These orchids. You see how the colors blend here?
I do. See, that's what I can't figure out how to do, like that, like a smooth blend.
Well, actually, it's the paint that you're choosing to use, because you probably you were probably working with acrylic. I
That's
don't,
all I have.
I don't like acrylic. I rarely work with acrylic. Rarely. I only do it on sculptural things, 3-dimensional.
Ah.
And when I was in Fiji, I was telling this little boy, water moves the paint. Water moves the paint, right? Now this is an oil. This is a canvas that I did.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. So again, it's all the detail, and then it's the faces. I really like working with people, the faces. These are Mayan Indians.
Oh, look at those eyes.
Yeah, and this little girl, she was there. All these people were there. I photographed them all, and then I did the composition. And these little, look at these two little girls. Look. See, because I can paint, I like to paint different cultures.
That looks like the look that my 4-year-old gives me whenever she steals something out of the fridge. It's like,
You're funny.
yep, that's my look right there. Like, what'd you take? What did you take, Nora?
And she was the one I started with. She's the big kahuna woman, right? And see, the Mayan, their clothing, they had this kind of blankets with the
I like the hair too, like the white that you have. Go down to that lady. Yeah, like is that like the shininess of the hair?
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You can even see the shininess on the barrels in the background there. It's like the way that you captured the sunlight, like you said, hitting the objects or the people. I think that is a hard concept for people like me to grasp, like the sun hitting the top. What do you call those? I want to say sails, but that's probably not it. The top of the tents. There's the shadow.
Yeah, but
like
you know
that's incredible.
I'll tell you something. The thing is that you have to see. You have to look at it. You have to close your eyes or squint your eyes and see the variety of light hitting. You know.
What is that guy carrying? A giant piece of broccoli?
No, they're bananas.
Oh,
this is an old painting. I did this in 1998.
You did?
You know.
I was 6 years old when you did that.
But I rarely. How old?
I was 6.
3?
6.
This is a scene in Bastimentos, Panama. So again, you see the roofs?
Yeah, you can see the shadow of the tree.
Right. So all of these things are important. So this is perspective. You know, I might have a couple of different perspectives going on, but yeah. When I do I'll give you something. When I do my architecture stuff, here's something architecturally.
Oh, there went the scary clowns.
See, this is an architectural.
Oh, 53, 33, 33.
It's the people's house wore those colors. It's crazy.
Greenhouse, huh?
Yeah, greenhouse with that coral wall. Okay, so here's a scene from Bruges, Brussels.
Okay, hold on. Hold that one still. Are those little bricks?
Yeah.
You painted
individual bricks. I drew every brick.
Wow. Every single brick, y'all. That would be a good diamond painting right there. Rachel. Okay, we need the underwater one, Rachel, and we need this one. This is one I would buy right now. Okay, can you zoom in, or not zoom in, but can you show that tree to the left again? That one. Look at those different colors. So there's obviously 2 different types of trees here. That's incredible.
Yeah, there's 2 trees. Oh no.
Eileen, you have a talent. You need to teach people. Like we need more artists like you in our world. Is that an ATM?
Thank you. What
is that? For a second, that looked like an ATM. I think it's a door, though.
Well, let me show you something else from my scene in Europe when I was there.
Brave and Uncensored said, sign me up for that class. And they're brave and uncensored, so they'd be a lot of fun, too, probably.
Okay, this is a scene that I did in Italy.
Whoa.
This is from the Amalfi Coast.
Wow. Tia asked a really smart person question. Tia's another one of my best friends. She says the architectural piece in the Brussels piece are what I love to see come to life. Where you depict the depth by shadowing. Oh, that's not a question, that's a statement. But the way you depict the depth by shadowing, that's impressive.
Thank you, darling. Okay,
and I missed the last question, Kerwin. Can you go back to the one about the Everglades? Sorry.
Everglades.
I forgot what it was. Something about, did you ever paint? Oh, here it is. Alba wants to know, Eileen, have you ever done an Everglades painting? I love the air plants with the flowers there.
I don't go down there much. For me, I'll show you what I did.
Did you drop us? Ow,
No,
my face.
hold on.
I think I got a black eye. Oh, wait, here. Okay, I'm good. Whew.
Here's the flamingos.
Look at that water.
See, the Everglades, for me, I have to remember something. It's not very exciting for me, the Everglades. I like the jungle. I like the variety of size of plants. Down there, you have the same kind of palms over and over and over again. I'm not an Everglades artist. I don't like to paint, but I would like to do a painting with spoonbills, you know?
Mm.
So the air plants, they're all around where I live. But this was a sunset one night when I was going home from an art festival over the Intercoastal. And the pinks and the peaches that were out in the heavens, and then these got puffed out purple, 5 or 6 purple clouds just across the heavens like that. And I went, I see it, thank you. And a couple of days later, I came home and I painted it.
Yeah, somebody said that earlier. I forgot who. They said it's important to remember like color, like what looks like gray clouds are really purples, right?
Well, they don't last very long, but there's a lot of magenta mixture, and there are gray clouds in there too. There's a paint called Payne's Gray, which has a tinge of
I can't hear anything you're saying.
How about now?
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
That's a lot of
oil
color.
on
That is
this,
so pretty. You like birds too,
I
huh?
sold that one. Yeah, I love everything. I love anything that's alive. You see this? See the red cardinal?
I do. That's pretty.
So he's looking up at those mangoes. You
He's
see?
hungry.
And that's the name of the painting. Look at those mangoes.
That is amazing.
So what else can I show you? Oh, here's another fish one. This will make your head spin.
Okay, I'm ready. Woo! Wow. Wow. Rachel, we found another diamond painting.
This one's called Dolphins Watch. See, the dolphins are at the top watching over the parrotfish. Parrotfish.
That is so beautiful.
The grunts. I have a lot of originals unframed in my portfolio. I got a lot of art hanging out. And then I also do South Beach. Maybe people don't know what that is. South Beach is, I'll show you, it's really fun. In Coconut Grove, we have
Dolphin what? What was the last one called? What was it called again?
Watch.
Okay.
Dolphins Watch.
And what was the other underwater one called?
Underwater Majesty is the one in the movie. Look at this. This one is from Guadeloupe. These are the women in Guadeloupe.
Ooh.
They make their clothing from the fabrics, the plaid fabrics.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
Thanks.
So you do characters too, huh?
Yeah, I do people. Like this one is my people from Fiji.
Ooh.
This lady here, this is Sarah. So I drew Sarah down by the beach. And
so you knew this Sarah chick, or did you just name her?
No, that's a real lady. And then I named her. I had her stand there and stand up, and I did her body, but I changed her face. And then I had her stand there, and I painted those fabrics, and then I changed her face. So that's 3 of her. See? And this is a watercolor I did in Mexico.
All 3 of those are the same one. That's cool.
Same girl, same body. But I changed the faces on 2 of them. This is a scene from Mexico. See, Mexican people look different than the Polynesian people. That look different than the Caribbean people. Right?
That's a lot of detail in this one too, all the baskets and stuff.
I know, I love it. I go crazy for things like that. In the bricks.
That's incredible. Yeah, I see the bricks underneath. That's awesome.
Thanks. I love it. And the brooms. See the brooms? All the brooms.
Crash is just making a request. Got that right?
It's a feast for my eyes. And then this one is animals. I don't know if you can
Oh,
see
this one I like a lot too.
These are the animals in
Okay, let me
in
see this.
Mexico.
Let me see this. This what's it called? A cheetah? Let me see the cheetah again.
Wait, I have a better picture here. It's
Oh,
reflection.
you're teasing me. You're making my head explode.
Okay, here.
Ooh.
That's
wow.
a jaguar.
Look at a jaguar. What did I say? A cheetah? I don't know the difference.
Yeah, that's a jaguar, and there's a toucan, and that's a black panther.
That's me right there. I'm that Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
me.
and then this is a blue butterfly. They have a special name, and then the flamingos, and then the pelican, and then the dolphins, and then another parrot, and then the howler monkey, and then that's a turtle, and then the spider monkey. Yeah.
So, Rachel, there's another one for you. I need this one too bad. Brave and uncensored said, Eileen brings forth divine colors of life. I just love her and her work. From her Pisces friend, I have her print from Under the Golden Coconuts. I love it. Aww.
Who's that? What's her name? What's her name?
Brave and uncensored. That's all I know. Bye, Wolfpack.
Oh, that name. Oh, here's a cute one. This one's called Kissing Cockatoos. This is a good picture for Valentine's Day.
Oh, look at them! That's me and Kerwin, guys. That's me and Kerwin right there. And that's Kerwin's ex-girlfriend in the background.
No, that's the guardian angel.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Okay.
That's right.
I love this girl a lot. Okay, I can't help it.
So she has under the golden coconuts. Oh, so who asked me about the dogs? Does she want to know if I paint dogs? This one is called
Odd asked if you had dogs.
Here, see?
Look at that puppy, the kitty! Ah! Oh, those are so cute.
Yeah, I've had people commission me to paint their animals.
Oh my gosh, I could have you paint like all 8 of my animals.
Yeah, they would be fun.
I need them all to so I would want a picture of myself, but then all my animals like on my arms like this or something.
That would be fun. I just did these signs for friends of mine that it's called Caution Cat Crossing. And I did 2 calico cats. And I put it on
Wolfpack
Instagram.
says, Rachel, I hope you're writing these down. Are all of these prints on your website? Like, did I just miss over them or something?
They're under Giclées.
Okay, maybe that's what. They also may look different in person. I don't know, like than just a picture of them. We're seeing them live. And I don't think this has ever been done before, y'all. So, yeah. Just kidding.
You have to go to Hand Signed Giclées, and they're all there.
That's amazing.
I'm trying to see if I have any more. And if you go into commissions, you can see I have animal commissions. Yeah, there's some really cool paintings in there.
Now Odd wants to know if you have one like of the cat. There was a cat in that one, Odd. There was a cat and dog.
Yeah. You have to just of a single cat. I don't just do portraits. I put the cats in something.
Yeah, like on my shoulders.
That one had a kitty and a cat. Yeah, I do animals. Can you go on my website to animal commissions and show them?
Yeah.
Okay,
do
here's
you want me to go
another
to?
scene from Italy. Animal commissions in my shop gallery.
Okay.
This is one from Venice. This is called Reflections in Venice.
Mm. I'm on commissions.
So it's different colors. Animal commissions.
I found it.
And you can see dogs, cats, birds, peacocks, whatever somebody wants. Oh yeah, this lady, she had a, okay, here's, you can't see this one, but I have a piece called, oh, the one Gone for a Book. Ashley, Gone for a Book. It has 3 dogs in it.
I'm saving some of these to put as overlays so I can show them.
Okay, this one is really
Oh,
cool. This one's called South Beach.
Ooh.
Look at this one. South Beach Now and Then. See, there's a place in South Miami. It's called Art Deco. These are all Art Deco. But the light in here isn't very pretty. This one has a duck.
What you did with these parrots.
I put a duck right here. You see the duck right there?
Yeah.
It's from Egypt.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
So I saw the one with the parrots where they were just like on a sofa or something, and you put them in a
Are you
tree.
looking at? Here's 3 parrots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I put them in the tree. These are my roosters. This one's rooster facing west, and this one's rooster facing east.
Oh, Mindy needs the rooster one, guys.
Well, I got 2 of them. See how the tails are different?
That's cute. So here's the one on her website real quick. I grabbed 3. So like there's, what do you call these? Parakeets? Is that what these are?
Yeah. Okay.
So you can see in the picture they were like on a sofa or something, and then Eileen painted them in a tree. So that's pretty cool.
No, the bottom picture?
This one? Oh, it's a close-up. I see it.
Yeah, that's a close-up of the bottom one.
Oh.
You see the 2 parrots are on the palm tree.
I see.
You see the dog? You see the dog there? That dog is, his name is Lumpy. And that dog, yeah. So this lady, she commissioned me to do this big oil painting. And after I finished painting it, she gave me a photograph of her dog, and then I put the dog in.
Wow.
And then
there's a kitty cat.
Kitty. Yeah, so that kitty is looking at an angel. That painting's called Sweet Kitty. It's a Coconut Grove house that doesn't exist anymore. They demolished it.
Oh. That's really pretty. So you like animals, you just don't have any.
Yeah, I love elephants. When I was in Bali, I was going up to the elephants. I was riding elephants. I ride horses. I do all of it, you know. I like all animals. Anything that's living is fine with me. I live across the street from a doggy park.
Oh, I thought that there was a mermaid. Where was a mermaid? Did I miss a mermaid?
Yes.
Darn it.
Go into Giclées. Hand sign Giclée prints.
Okay. There we go. Do you remember everything? Suzanne wants to know if you have any, or a husband or kids? I already know the answer.
I've been divorced now for 5 years. I haven't had any relationship really for about 7 years, 11 years. But there's one coming.
There's a divorce coming?
No. I've been divorced 5 years.
Oh.
I had a relationship for many years because I wanted it. And now, 5 years ago, I decided I wanted to be by myself. I just wanted to do my artwork. So, no, and I don't have children. I knew when I was 13. What's her name that asked the question? What's the girl's name that asked the question?
Suzanne.
So Suzanne, when I was 13, I used to babysit my neighbors. And I went, okay, that's it. That's my motherhood right there. I'm an artist.
Yeah, if you ever want some kids, I have a couple that I could send to you anytime you'd like. And like what we could do is we could find a sitter in Florida, and then we'll just hang out in Florida. And then I could get tan like you and not so pasty. I really am pasty.
I could visit with them, but again, I can't have repetition.
Yeah.
Or the time I was married, I had a stepdaughter. Mm-hmm. And I took her to day camp, in the summertime. I only saw her in the summer. And it was fun, and I taught her a lot of things. And art was not one of them. That wasn't her direction. But I had a conversation. She went into a different field. She's an angel, really an angel girl. But I had a conversation. Yeah, I had a conversation with Spirit, and I thought, could I really be a mother? And God said, no, that's not your path. Be true to yourself.
But we need to be clear with the chat right now. She doesn't not like kids. Her and Nora had a conversation just last night. Like Nora was right here on my lap, and they were talking back and forth.
No. I choose not to. I need to spend time with my creation. See,
yeah.
Having a baby is a form of creation. My creation comes out in creating environmental pieces for children, for parents, for adults, for teaching, that kind of thing. That's my interaction. I'm not here to be a mother in this life. I've had many lives and I had many children, but I told myself in this life I'm going to be an artist. So some people can be artists and a mother, right? Some people can be a business person and a mother. Some people can do whatever they want and be a mother, but I never had a desire. I never had a desire to be a mother.
I never thought about it before I popped up pregnant either. I just kind of got pregnant, and then this is my life now. But I'm happy with it,
I controlled it,
That's smart. If I could control it, I would have waited like 1,000 years before I got all my artistic stuff out of the way. Now I have to do art in between, and a lot of it consists of like finger painting and wiping up messes and cleaning noses and stuff. Yeah. So Shawnee Anderson says, do you primarily sell your work online, or do you have your own, or do you own or a primary gallery in the area? Oh, do you have a gallery where you live in Florida?
This is my gallery here. But do I have a gallery on the street? That was another trap for me. Because I'd have to pay rent. I'd have to be there. I'd have to open up the store. I'd have to hire someone to talk for me. And nobody could do any of those things, efficiently. Because right. I really care about what I do. So people are always welcome to come see me by appointment.
Right.
And then when they come in here, they go, oh my God, I don't know where to look first. I said, I know, you need to have 2 hours to come into my gallery.
Yeah.
So I'm like a turtle. I have my gallery on my back. Now, there is a gallery in town here, and I have one original watercolor up on the wall, and then I have a bin with my giclées in it and my puzzles. They sell puzzles there, and they were selling the giclées, and they'll sell them as the businesses start opening up more and more and more. But have I ever literally had a gallery, and there was a few times, and then God says, what are you told? You know that you can't do that. You're not supposed to be a business person. You're not supposed to have a company in a store. Then you have to get insurance. Then you have to drive there every day. No, that's not your journey. Just be an artist, and we'll just send people to you. And you keep painting, and you have a website, and you do shows, and people collect you, and then other people find you, and then jobs come, and opportunities come, and traveling trips come. Because I'm at a place in my life where I don't go after anything. It all comes to me because I'm supposed to just be creative.
Well, and you can do it on your own time now. If you want to get up and go for a bike ride at the park, you can. If you want to go travel, you can, without any, you have to be at the store at this time or make sure that this is taken care of. So I think that you did the right way if you can.
Well, that's how my life works.
Yeah.
And it's always worked that way since I was, 13. I just knew that I had to go down this road. And because I always stayed true to myself, that I had a commission one time to paint on this concrete wall. It was, I think, about 40 feet wide and about 20 feet tall. No, maybe it was a 2x2. And I looked at that wall and I said, that's crazy. I'm not going to paint on this. It's porous, and I'd have to get scaffolding, and it's summertime, and what if it rains, and who's going to put up the scaffolding? What am I going to paint on this? And I can't do my detail. So I saw everything in line of what I didn't like, right?
Yeah.
Everything. And they loved my design. So I gave my design. They said, oh, we love your design. I said, you know what? To me, I said, you could pay me $1 million and I wouldn't do the job because I wouldn't be really expressing myself the way I know I could. And because I was true to myself, across the street was a bank, and the bank contacts me and they gave me a commission to do 3 big oil paintings for their lobby.
Aww.
So you see,
perfect.
whatever that person's name is that if you're true to yourself and you stay on track and you pay attention and you stay on track, Spirit brings in all kinds of connections constantly.
Yeah, painting on a giant wall. I don't know about that. That'd be hard. You need to get like a ladder and stuff to get the high spots. That'd be hard.
No, all the scaffolding.
I don't know what that is.
Scaffolding is when they build this with like things like that, and then they have wood, and then another, just like when they're painting an external side of a building or a window washing. You ever see those scaffolding things?
Yeah, that sounds way out of my league. I don't know about that.
All right, well, and those things cost hundreds of dollars to rent. All of this stuff, and then I couldn't physically put it together. So
yeah, that would be too weird.
Yeah, I said no. I don't need to go that way. You always get choices in this world. Are you selling out and going that way because it's an easy, fast route and it'll make you some money, or do you stay true to yourself and you do the right thing and you express yourself in a positive, powerful, executable expression of your true love, right? Because that's what we're here. We're here to give each other love, serve one another, love each other.
That's right. Stay true to yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, we have Dave going live in 30 minutes. So this is our 30-minute warning. So do you have any current works that you're working on now that we can have a sneak peek at? Oh, what are we looking at?
Well, this is my drawing table here. Let me turn it around again. Okay, so this is my drawing table. I bought this drawing table from an artist friend in 1972, and it's traveled with me everywhere. It's old-fashioned, see? It's great. It's like an antique. So I'm working on this drawing right now.
Wait, is it a drafting table where it comes up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's old-fashioned.
A few of us have those, don't we, guys?
Yeah?
That's amazing. Yeah, I have one out there. It's on glass.
Mine's all wood, and I just put brown paper over it. It's 6 feet. It works good for me. So this is a little Caribbean house that I start drawing, and I'm developing it as I go along. And then these are gingers. These are really cool. And this is all ink. I draw in ink, except the building I always draw in pencil first because I want to get the perspective right. Right.
Yeah.
And then here's my palette. And then these are my paints. Some of these paints could be 20 years old. You know, the thing about watercolor is that they dry up, but it doesn't matter because you just add water to it and then it comes out.
Wow, that's beautiful.
So I use
that looks a lot like my paint section in my house.
Yeah, I use Holbein and I use Winsor Newton. And my paper is Winsor Newton watercolor paper. And then I work
That is
from
beautiful.
photographs that I take when I'm traveling. You see?
Oh, so that's how you get the compiling done, like with the
Yeah.
perspectives.
Yeah, well, I take photographs because I can't, sometimes I'm in a place and I'm only there for a half an hour, right? So I always bring my camera and I travel and I take photographs of where I've been. And then I look around and I go, oh, I love this. I'm going to stick this house in here.
Wow. It's fun to see the creative process, how it unfolds.
Yeah, yeah. Look at this house. I love this house. Look at those colors of the roof. They're fun.
That is interesting.
And they painted their wood, and then they added more wood onto it. And then the roof is different layers of metal, different colors. You know, they never made it solid.
That's interesting.
This is the islands for you.
Wow. So that's real houses there, huh?
Yeah, yeah. You know, and like this is down in Dominica.
Wow. That is so cool.
This is how people live. And then, of course, there's roosters and chickens running around.
Now, we were looking at that email you sent me earlier, and you got commissioned to paint a phone booth?
No, it's not a phone booth. They're information booths. There's 3
information booth, some sort of booth.
Well, they're information booths. They're metal and they're black. And that's
Look, Kerwin's bringing it up right now. So you painted this information booth?
Yeah.
And then you made it into this. Wow. Yeah.
Keep going. Wait.
Oh my gosh.
No, there's more. There's more. There's
more? He's going to figure it out. He was screen sharing with the links on your email. That is so cool. So you actually went there on site and painted that booth?
You should see the whole, okay, there's more to that picture because you're just seeing a section. There's 4 sides to that.
Ah, you can flip your camera around if you want us to see you. Otherwise, I'd like looking at your blue couch too.
Sorry.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay,
oh, look at that.
Yeah, see? I love those color combinations. That's in front of the post office. Wow. That's like a wasabi green.
Can you paint my house these colors?
Yeah, that would be fun. Wow. Periwinkle. You see, I had a vision. I did 3 of them. There's one that's yellow with orange stripes and a turquoise roof, and then I took the turquoise and I put it on the other one there, and see, and then there's one that's periwinkle. So the only problem with these is that they're right by the street. So they get.
Who was that guy? That guy was helping you paint.
So my friend, he's a handyman. I hired them to paint the building and paint the roof.
Oh, I see.
But I picked all the colors. See?
Of course.
I picked all the colors. So if you go on my website, you could see all 3 colors.
That is amazing. So they just called you up and said, "Hey, we have this information booth and it's black."
No. Actually, what happened was I was standing. It was like I think July 4th weekend, and I was standing in the Grove, and this girl comes up to me and she says, "So I hear you're painting a building," and I went, "Oh, I am." And then I said, "Okay, tell me more." So they said, "Well, you got to talk to him, the guy walking up the street." So David starts approaching me up the street, and I go, "Hi, David." He goes, "Hi." He goes, "So," I said, "So you want something painted?" He goes, "Well, what do you think, Eileen? Look at that building." And I went, "I got a vision." Okay. So I had a vision. He goes, "Hey, go home and paint your vision." So I went home. First, I got my drawing paper, and I came back down, and I drew the building. And then I saw in my head that it had to be yellow with orange stripes and an aqua roof. Okay. So I didn't quite finish it, but actually, I take that back. It wasn't those colors. It was these other colors first. It was periwinkle and turquoise and aqua and the green with a yellow roof. So the next day, well, he said, at 2:00 tomorrow, you have to come back and show me your design
Mhm.
because I have a meeting with the board. So in the morning, I got up really early and I redrew it. And God said, no, it was a dream. God said, we want you to paint it yellow with orange stripes with an aqua roof, not turquoise, aqua. So I did a second painting. So I did 2 paintings by 2:00. And I meet with him and I said, God told me to paint the second one. So I go and I give them, and he calls me back at 4:00. He goes, okay, they like your second drawing best. They want you to do the yellow house first. And it's really cute. It's on my website in my biography, or commissions. It's in commissions. I didn't show you that one. But that one is the real information booth. So they would bring up, it was like in the heart of town, and visitors would come, and he would hand out pamphlets and flyers for buses that would come for tourism, and when does the bus next arrive. And it was like a man there that would sit and talk to, travelers to direct them to restaurants and stuff like that. And then there was a third one. And the third one's kind of cool because it has these ginger flowers going up. They're all a little different, and like each saw a vision on each of them. Yeah.
That is amazing. An information booth. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then I painted a
Were you
peacock. And then I painted a peacock too. 3 peacocks. Sculptures. Did you see those? I didn't show you those.
I think so. Do you get to like drive by that information booth all the time?
Well, I walk past it all the time because I'm going to the post office or I'm going to town, yeah.
That is so cool.
And I think 2 years ago, it was so dirty from the trucks and the buses going by. I said, I need to repaint this. So I did. For 2 weeks, I sat out there on my tush and I just repainted all the color. And then it got all dirty all over again.
So do you have to like touch it up every once in a while?
Well, now what's happening is that area right there, they have a big project that's completed, but it hasn't opened yet because of everything that's been going on the planet. So when that opens up, it's going to be new restaurants, new office buildings, and then they're going to have more names to be occupying the offices. So there's a Coconut Grove map that I drew, a pen and ink illustration I should show you. It's like 6 feet. It took me a year to draw. And it's an aerial view of town. And then
that you painted?
I drew it, and then I did these. Let me show you. I did these street scenes of the town.
Dun, 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 dun. Kerwin's about to share something with us too, I think. I can't tell. Oh, bye, Robert. Speed drawing challenge. No, Eileen does not speed draw. I already asked.
Okay, it's a walking map. So when you open it up, it's a walking map. But see, like
Ooh.
the drawing.
Oh, cool.
So there's dogs there and cats there and people there and lovers there and all that kind of stuff, right? This is the town where I live, Coconut Grove. And this is a lot of bicyclers and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that.
Here's the perspective and the architecture. Except the lighting here is really bad.
Oh, it's okay.
Let me move over into a different area. Okay, see, here's another one.
Ooh. What is that place?
Yeah, this is town. These are all the little streets in Coconut Grove.
How cool is that? I love what you do with the colors. I really do.
Thanks. So I sell these also. They're like local street scenes. But the whole thing became a map, which is kind of cool. It's I have one here somewhere, but they have to redo it now because I did a bus and I did a trolley, and they want to put that on there. No, I can't see it. See, this is a picture of Coconut Grove.
Oh, look!
That's my third.
Did you sign it somewhere?
Yeah, I signed it on all 4 sides.
Oh,
That's the
that's
third.
amazing.
That's the third. The third house that I did. Yeah. So does anybody have any other questions?
Yep. Any last minute questions? We got to wrap it up for Dave's live, who's coming on next. But Eileen, I do want to say, like, thank you for opening up your home and your studio to us and showing us everything. Like, this has been like magical, especially for me, and like meeting you and getting to know you. Like, my mom was right. You are like one of my artistic soulmates. So this has just been amazing. Oh, Kerwin wants to know astrology paintings. Have you done astrology paintings?
No, I just study astrology. But you see, I have a lot of sacred geometry in my paintings because I do the color and the harmonics that have to do with the chakras. And then I work with the number 3 a lot in my paintings. You'll see that I do things with 3, you know.
Yeah, that apartment number was 33.
See, I do 3 people there. Here's something. When I was 21, I was in Key West. That was a picture of me on the street. That was my first art show, second art show.
Ooh.
You see?
That's beautiful.
I sold my pictures right there. There's me with a headband on.
That is awesome.
Thanks. So, no, I don't do any astrology paintings. I don't do any paintings of angels. I don't do things like that. I think God wants me to create life from what's around us and carry the spirit forth through the beauty that I feel and see around me from nature. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I think that you captured it very well. Yeah, Rachel said 3 is a balanced numbers. And it said Odd just shared the link to the 3 buildings too. So we'll kind of, if anybody doesn't have any other questions, we'll kind of wrap it up here. Eileen, thank you again so much. And if you guys have not checked out Eileen Seitz' work on Treasure Studios Art's website, please go check it out. It is worth it. They're going to be such amazing diamond paintings. I can't wait to see one finish. I already ordered mine too, but it's going to be awesome. And Eileen, thank you so much too. I can't wait to see more of your work. And of course, call me anytime you want to.
Okay.
But yes, thank you so much.
We'll work out my art classes. Thank you so much for hosting.
Yes, let me know about those and I'll help spread the word too, because I think it's something people would really be into. I really do.
I think it'll be a good opportunity for everybody. Yeah.
Absolutely. I do too. Thank you again, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your weekend, or good night. Yeah, good night to you.
Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for coming in. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you. Bye, Eileen.
Bye, Ashley.
Bye.
Bye.